Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to build an application that will allow us to chat with Wikipedia. And if you watch my previous video about building an application that allows us to send questions and answers to our private documents or our local files, this application, is going to be similar to that application. The only difference is going to be the type of document loader that we are going to use. So, without any further delay, let us get started. Alright everyone, so let's start writing the code to build our chatbot with Wikipedia. Okay, so these are the steps involved in creating this application. And if you watch my previous video, which is about building an application that allows to send a question and answer or chat with our document, they are the same steps. The only difference is going to be the type of document loader that we are going to use from LangChain, and it's going to be in this code cell. So in this video, it's going to be a quick tutorial. I'm going to explain only the new code. For any explanation for my previous code, you can check my previous video, which I will leave a link to it in the description of this video. I will also leave a link to the Jupyter notebook, the previous one, and today's Jupyter notebook as well. Okay, so let us get started. So the first thing that we are going to do is to install the required library, which are already installed in my machine, but I'm going to show you. It's already satisfied. After that, we are going to load the environment variables. So I have here the environment variable. Okay, it's printing API key loaded true, which means it's loaded and everything is fine. So now we are going to define a function that will allow us to chat with Wikipedia. So we'll say define chat underscore with Wikipedia, and this function is going to take three input parameters: query, which is the user query, what he wants to talk about, and then the language. By default, I'm gonna put it in English, and then we'll see in the test that we can change the language as well. And the last parameter is the load underscore max underscore documents, which is the maximum documents that we want to load from Wikipedia to store in our vector database. This is depend on the user preference. All right. By default, I'm gonna put it 2, and then we can send to it any numbers that we want. Okay. So first we'll go to LangChain document loader, and then we are going to import Wikipedia loader. Okay, after that we're going to define a new parameter loader, and we'll use the Wikipedia loader class, and we are going to pass the input parameter query language is equal to language, and load underscore maximum underscore document is equal to load underscore max underscore documents. Okay, then we'll have data is equal loader dot. We are going to use the load method to load the documents from Wikipedia loader, and then we are going to return the data. Okay, after that we are let's run the code just to make sure it's working. There's no error. Yes, there's no error. For the chunking strategy and splitting the document, I already explained it before, so I'm just gonna copy and paste it. Okay, and then for calculating the embedding cost, this is to avoid any surprises in the future on our credit card, just to make sure that we are not being charged too much. It's already working. And then we have the load or embed index. This is to connect to Pinecone and create our vector database. So it will check first if the index exists, it's going to load it, and if it does not exist, then it's going to create a new index. Okay, and for the free version of Pinecone, it allows us to create one index database. So what's going to happen during testing, first we have to delete the Pinecone index, and then we are going to create a new index. All right, Or if you want to upgrade to a paid account, then you can create as many index as you want. All right. So we'll have the delete index here. Okay, this is all explained in my previous video again. Okay, for the chat function, we are going also to use the same chat functions that we created before with memory and context. So also I'm gonna just copy and paste it here. The only difference is the function name is changed. It's changed to chat app with Wikipedia. Okay, so now I was going to give you an example how to chat about GPT-4 with new information, but let's let's load information about Samsung Galaxy S24. Okay, now we are going to load the data chat underscore with Wikipedia. I'm gonna say Samsung Galaxy S24, and then the language is going to be gonna choose language equal English. Okay, sorry, and we'll say print. We're going to print the document at index 0. Okay, dot page underscore content. Okay, let's run our code and make sure it's working. And you see here, guys, even though Samsung Galaxy S24 was released on January 31st, 2024, we were able to get the information. And this is a problem like with ChatGPT 4. I think the GPT-4, the last update was on April last year. The last training was stopped on April 2023. So, and this is the beauty or the powerful capability of LangChain that allow us to connect our large language model to multiple sources of information, and then we can get real-time information up to date, as you can see here, guys. Okay, so yeah, and before I forgot, I made a mistake before here. There was spelling mistake. I forgot to put s at the end, which is here load underscore max tax. Okay, all right. So and I use the default load document too, just for it not to take time. Okay, the next step is to chunk our document. So we're going to use the same code as before. We have 47 chunks, and this is content of chunks at index 0, and then we are going to calculate the cost. It's gonna cost us 0.000716. Then we are going to store it in the Pinecone index. So we are going to go here and say, first, as I told you, we have to drop the existing index just in case we have any index before, and by default it's gonna delete all index, or if we specify here the name of index, is gonna delete that particular index. Okay, delete is gone. Now we are going to create our index. I'm gonna call it Wikipedia document. Okay, it's gonna take some time, so I'm gonna pause and then show you the result. Alright guys, creating the index is done. So now we are going to chat with our with Wikipedia about Samsung Galaxy S24, and this can be configurable to chat about any subject that we want. But for the sake of making this tutorial very short, this is what we are going to do. So let's run this code and check. This code will allow us to chat continuously with Wikipedia using memory and context as well. And when we type quit or exit, it will exit the application. So let's send our first query or our question. One was Samsung Galaxy S24 released. Okay, the Samsung Galaxy S24 was released on January 31st, 2024. Can you give me more information about it? Let's check if it will work. Yes. And as you can see, I didn't specify my question that I'm asking about Samsung Galaxy S24, but it understands the context because of the chat history and that we added here. And it knew that I'm talking about Samsung Galaxy S24. So here is additional information. So that's it guys for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and you learn new information and how to create a chatbot. It's very easy with very less code. You can create your own application. And if you guys like this video or you enjoyed it, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. If you have any question, please leave them down below this video in the comment section, and I will reply to you. And see you in the next video.